Well, y'all, looks like our black summer vacation is over. We about to talk about Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. Comes on Bravo. This is season 2, episode 9, The Fall of Summer. This is the Brandy Yvonne channel. Here on my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows, y'all. Like I said, this is Summer House Martha's Vineyard. This was the season. Sorry, y'all, I had to get comfortable. This was the season finale, and I do believe they are having a reunion. They did it at like Watch What Happens Live, so we're gonna see how that go. I'm assuming that will be on next week. Before we get into it, please do not hesitate to click that thumbs up button for me, y'all. Continue to subscribe and support the channel. Thank you to all the new subs out there. Also, share the video where y'all like to share y'all content. And comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought of the episode. The episode was good. It was a nice way to little wrap up our little summer break, okay? And we got to see Jasmine, with the baby at the end. So that was sweet. Anyway, let's get into the episode. So we're just gonna talk about the episode. We're not gonna go in no particular order because Summer House to the Martha's Vineyard be very chaotic. Okay. So the episode basically literally left off picked up where they left off last week. So we saw a lot of some of last week's scenes in the beginning, I would say. I don't want to repeat myself too much. But basically Nick and Bria was still fussing and fighting, carrying on, y'all. So Nick was like, who was there for you when you was blacking out, doing all this, blah, blah, blah. Preston is asking Nick, like, okay, like, how can I support you? Jasmine's like, you know what? I hate that we didn't get to know you and Tasia as a couple. She said, how are you guys doing? I know this sucks. Nick said he ain't tripping on it. He said he understands what was said. He just understands why it was said. He's mad because his character was attacked. And, last week I was like, you know what? There's smoke, there's fire. Now, I do believe maybe Nick can do a little bit much when he be drinking, but he already addressed that with Summer and Jordan. So I can get why he's upset because he feels like his character is attacked. So I don't fully agree with Noelle the way I said I did last week. I just kind of thought about it more, and I kind of felt bad for Nick. I felt bad. I felt bad for Nick. Like, they did him wrong. Also, like, people like Shanice is running around there half naked, throwing her clothes off. You think nobody gonna look at you? Like, come on. No, I'm not saying, he has the right to do anything to her or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, if you naked or you twerking, people gonna look. So anyway, Nick, you're gonna be all right though. Noelle said, she is sorry about what was said because that it got to Tasia before they could tell him about it, but she doesn't take back what she said. And I think she kind of reiterated that Natalie is the one that wanted to tell it, right? Now, I didn't realize till we rewatched the episode a time or two that Natalie is literally standing right there. So I was thinking, like, this feel like a scheme set up by Todd, because if I was not Summer, if I was Noelle, Shanice, or Bria, I would have been like, Natalie, you need to speak up and say you're the one that wanted to say it. And I would have said that to Natalie right there, because Natalie's staying right in the kitchen, quiet as a church mouse. Like, why y'all not holding Natalie's feet to the fire in the moment when she's there? Then y'all want to talk about it when she's gone, which pissed Amir off. But Amir, we're gonna get to you. So anyway, so everyone is just kind of, Summer's like, everybody's kind of supporting Nick, and Bria had stormed outside, and then she went upstairs. Simon was like, you need help? She was like, no, I'm good. She's like, I can handle this. Okay. She said she don't want to be involved in Nick's drama. He knows what he be doing. That's why he mad. So then she went upstairs. Alex was like, I feel like we need to have a real conversation here. Everybody needs to be here. So, let me go get Bria. Preston and Summer, I think, we're talking about how Bria's a spoiled brat and they let her get away with everything. She's like a baby. Summer had made a good point in her comment. That's what I was going to say. Summer had said, her and Jordan already addressed this with Nick. The other girl said they didn't feel like he was being touchy-feely with them. So what is the issue here? They just trying to mess up the relationship. I don't know what the motive was. Now, what I feel, which I do stand by what I said last week, is Noelle, Bria, and Shanice were having kitchen table talk, right? It wasn't the type of talk where they wanted to run it back to Tasia. They had no intention of doing that. They let Natalie, who ain't in the group, who don't belong at the vacation, be a part of that kitchen table talk, and she was the one to go run tell that. That's why y'all shouldn't even let Natalie be in the conversation. But anyway, that's on y'all. That's on y'all. So, Bria came back. Bria's trying to again speak her piece. And she was like, okay, like I was trying to say, like I didn't say anything about you. They played the clip where Bria said something about he would, if he had a chance, he would do something. She was like, you're raising your voice to me and trying to speak my speech. And she was like, I had no intention of trying to tell Natalie. I think Bria did say something about she wasn't not the one trying to tell Tasia that was, Natalie. I think she did in that moment, but I could be wrong about that. I know she said it when she was talking to Amir for sure. So I'm just like, why is Natalie standing there just so quiet? Like, what is going on? So they kind of, squashed it. Later on, we see Jasmine and Noelle talking in the room. And so Nick and Bria did hug and make up. Jasmine's like, they can just feel this tension in the air. Noelle said she, forgives Summer, but she's still keeping her distance from her. Like, her feelings are still hurt. So I think that night or the next day, they were saying like how much tension is in the house. So Alex wants to have a event. So what was it called? Let's Vibe or something. Vibe Space something. What was it called, y'all? Space Vibe? Vibe Space? Open Space? I think it was called Open Space. Anyway, it's the music show that Alex does in New York, aka Grand Rising. He's bringing it to the Vineyard. Okay, so he says it's music community that he's created in New York. They're gonna sip, they're gonna paint, they're gonna just vibe out. Okay, he's very much on his Grand Rising tease in this episode. So he said this is the event that they didn't get invited to, so they ran the clip when Jordan and Summer called him out. And Summer said, "You was up inside me. Why I didn't get an invitation?" So he's like, the uninvited and the invited are coming now. So he's like, let me make up. And so Summer could say she came. Okay. No pun intended. So anyway, they go down to the beach. Shanice said this is not her vibe. She'd rather be down to the bar. Preston was like, what is this? He's like, I'm gonna do stick figures. So they did their paintings or whatever. Grand Rising up there doing his vocals. Talking about thank y'all. I've been on this music journey. He said, waves, 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 waves. He's doing all that, the sand, the beach, the sky, the stars, the moon. He's singing all that, right? So anyway, they was making fun of him in the confessionals. Preston was, and somebody else did too. Anyway, that's cute, Alex. It's cute. I would go to the event if I was in New York, maybe. And I didn't have nothing else to do. So anyway, they showed like what their painting was. Nick said something about love coming down on him. Summer said something about open space. Amir was trying to capture the moment. Jordan tried to make a painting that looks the same each side. You flip it or something like that. All right. So the next day we do see also Simon and Natalie were leaving. Now Amir says something so stupid to just irritate me. Like, Amir, nobody cares. He said it sucks that Natalie's leaving because Natalie is his fun. And now with Natalie leaving, like he can't have fun without, worrying about getting in trouble because he's supposed to be, she's supposed to trust him that he can go on vacation with his friends and nothing happens. So now he has to like be monitoring himself again because Natalie is leaving. I was like, Amir, what? What are you saying? Like, nobody cares, Amir. Nobody cares. Anyway. Oh, he get on my nerve. Like, do not let Amir come back next season. I'm sorry. Amir and Natalie are not welcome back next season. I ain't trying to take away nobody's check. But Amir, we don't need you next season. No, thank you. Return them back to Texas, please. Send Amir back to Texas. Don't bring him back to the Vineyard. All right. So anyway, I think also we did see Summer telling Preston and Jordan the next day about the fact that she is going to leave the house. Summer did say they only got like 2 days left in the house, but she feels like it's gonna, not be worth staying for her because she just has a lot going on. She want to go be with her grandma because grandma about to have surgery. Hopefully y'all sent y'all prayers up for Nana. Summer's Nana. So she breaks it down to Jordan and Preston because that's supposed to be her people in the house, and she said she thought she was managing everything well, but she is struggling with some things, and Jordan's like, it's totally fine, it's okay. And Jordan is like, it's sad because she wished that she would have let her in, like Summer would have let Jordan and Preston in so they could have been there for her. Because Summer was saying everything, was feeling too heavy for her. So I was like, Summer girl, you could have been left a few weeks ago. And Summer says she feels bad that she's crying because she's not the one that got hurt. And she feels like everything she did, she doesn't regret. But she's just going to learn from it. Okay. And they showed the clips of her pushing Noelle and doing all this storming off she was doing. Okay, Summer, just go and get your life together, girl. We praying for you and Nana at this point, girl. Anyway, I forgot to mention the episode when I first seen it when Summer had that bob. She had that black low cut outfit on, very pretty. Anyway, so also that morning we did see Nick and Amir were going to go to play golf. They invited Preston, but he said he had to work. So anyway, they go play golf. Amir said he doesn't know how to golf, and so the producer's like, "Why are you going?" And so he said, "Because he knows he could do better than Nick." So they go play golf or whatever. And Nick or Amir asked, how did it go wrapping up the rest of the night? So they showed a clip we didn't see where Nick was downstairs talking to the ladies and asking exactly what happened. And so Noelle in the clip said, "We were all talking about you, but Natalie is the one who wanted to tell Tasia." So Nick was like, "Okay, so I basically yelled at all of y'all for no reason." And they were like, "Yes." And Bria was like, especially me. I was like, "Bria, be quiet, girl." And so Nick told Amir at the golf range, like, "Hey, the ladies are saying basically it was Natalie's idea to go tell Tasia." So then Amir, now this is where Amir really, just really pissed me off, y'all. So then Amir fixes his mouth to say, "Oh, like I can't believe the ladies are trying to spin the narrative and make it like this was all Natalie's fault. Like, granted, her hands are not completely clean in this, but Natalie goes by girl code, and the women can't just put it all on her because they were talking about Nick as well, and it wasn't just Natalie that wanted to go tell Nick." That's exactly what happened, Amir. And the fact that Amir is trying to spin the narrative and make it like Natalie is so innocent, and I hope he watched the episodes. I hope to God when they get to that reunion that he has seen these episodes. Because Amir, no, Natalie was dead wrong. Natalie was being very, very messy. She was being very, very messy. And you supported that messiness because you don't want to lose her. Because you like being controlled. Anyway, bye, Amir. Bye. So, Amir is pissed off by this. Okay. So back in the house, Summer's doing her rounds to say her goodbyes. She lets Jasmine and Alex know. Now, Noelle's in the bed, and Jasmine texted Noelle and said, "Hey, Summer's about to leave. Did you want to come say goodbye?" Noelle said no. She said she ain't getting up out that bed for that. And I don't blame Noelle. She went through too much this summer with Summer. So she went through too much with Summer. She ain't, I wouldn't get up say, no, I'll text her later. Anyway, let Noelle rest. Finally let Noelle rest, child. Summer goes outside to say bye to Bria and Shanice. And Bria's like, "Yeah, I feel like this wasn't you. Like, girl, you need to do a spiritual healing bath. You need to, get some sage, girl. You need to do some meditation." And so Summer's like, "Yeah, I'm already on it." And, Shanice is like, "Yeah, girl, take care of yourself." And when she left, Shanice was saying, you could tell Summer was trying to like cover it up and push through and act like she was okay, but you could tell everything was not okay with her. I'm like, Shanice saying it, it's right. So anyway, Summer did leave the house. Amir and Nick missed her. So like everybody called them, but they weren't home in time to say goodbye to Summer. Nick said he's sad to see Summer leave. He wanted to finish out the summer with Summer. But then that's one of his closest people. One of the people he's closest to in the house. But he's like, she gotta do what she gotta do, right? So So Nick and Amir came home. Summer left. Summer had left already. Noelle goes outside and she's talking to Bria. And so Bria's kind of asking, like, did you say anything to Summer? And she's like, no, it's just a lot. And Bria's like, yeah, sometimes people got stuff got going on. So then they start talking about Milo. And she said Milo's going to go to boarding school. So I guess Milo didn't like that. And so Noelle's trying to get Milo to come to her, but Milo bypassed her. Milo then ran off somewhere. So Bria gets at the pool. Side note, Bria, why are you getting in this pool with your hair out like that, girl? Do you know you're not white, Bria? Anyway, so Bria's looking for Milo, Everybody looking for Milo. Noelle gets out. She's looking for Milo. Shanice is looking for Milo. Nick comes out. He even goes to help find Milo. Like Nick is, he's always supporting them. Everybody looking for Milo. Cast and crew's looking for Milo. Milo went right by the cast and crew. They didn't even try to get him. So everybody's panicked. Noelle's saying prayers. She's speaking in tongues. Okay. Finally, Milo comes out. They gave Milo a little confessional. And they showed the clip where she said boarding school. So, to make it like that's why he ran off. That probably was why he ran off. I guarantee you one thing, Milo ain't coming back out that room after that. He got to stay in that room for the next 2 days until it's time to go. Bria said she was happy to see him, but she was ready to kill that dog. I was like, oh, Milo, you in trouble now. You are definitely in trouble now. All right, so then everybody's in the house, and looks like they're cooking some kind of meat or something, and Bria's cooking, and they're making broccoli and something else. So Amir's sitting there quiet, looking disturbed. So Bria's like, oh, what's going on, Amir? You seem to have low energy. You seem to be very quiet. So he's just processing everything. He's trying to figure out what really happened. And he's like, yeah, because, I talked to Nick, and Nick is saying that you guys are saying that, well, no, Amir's issue was, let me back up. Amir's issue was that he wasn't in that conversation that Nick had with the ladies last night. And he's like, why was my name brought up and I wasn't in the conversation? You guys are talking about Natalie, and Natalie's not here to defend herself. Like, I should have been in that conversation. Why, Amir? Why? So anyway, and I don't even think they brought your name up, but whatever. So then he was like, so I just want to know what was really said. I don't know what was really said. So Shanice is like, dude, your girlfriend Natalie is the one that wanted to tell Tasia, like, we already told you. So even Noelle's trying to pipe up. So then Bria's piping up. She was like, it was Natalie that was wanting to tell Tasia, like, we already told you. And then Shanice was like, this situation is dead. Like, why we bringing this back up? And so Amir's like, no, because I want to know what's said. So Bria's like, dude, like, we already told you your girl's trying to be messy. Like, you need to check your girl, bro. And so, like, Bria, she was getting a little loud, but she wasn't getting as loud as Bria could get. Like, it wasn't that deep. And so then Amir, but she did keep, like, interrupting. And so it got to the point where, like, Noelle couldn't talk. Shanice couldn't talk. So Amir's like, why do you keep shouting? Dude, Bria, you're escalating this situation. You're escalating. And so then Bria's getting more heated because you're telling her she's escalating, right? Because you know how Bria gets. So Bria starts getting mad. So and she's shouting, she's slamming the food at this point. Jasmine told her, okay, girl, count to 10. So Bria starts counting backwards from 10. They were like, oh, really? You're counting to 10? So Nick and Amir saying it's like, oh, you're childish and all this stuff. And I'm like, what y'all want her to do? Y'all want her to yell? Y'all want her to count to 10? What y'all want her to do? Because she's a ticking time bomb. So Bria is mad. Her and Amir getting this shouting match. Amir's like, stop shouting at me. I was like, you about to cry? I was like, Preston, are you about to cry? So Amir stormed off and he's outside yelling. And she's like, amen, amen. Like Bria's like, okay. I told y'all Bria's the type that's going to escalate. Let you escalate to her level. Then she's going to calm down and you're going to look like the crazy one. That's why you don't tangle with her. So he was pissed. He's slamming doors and stuff. He mad. So they're like, oh my gosh, like what is, they just tired of the arguing. They is tired. Jasmine said, baby, Cooper is not pleased with this. He is in the belly, not pleased. So Preston was like, well, to me, it just sounded like he was trying to get answers and he didn't like the answer she was giving and she escalated and like started yelling. As simple as that. So Brea eventually came back in. Alex is messing with Amir, like, what are we even arguing about? And Alex had me cracking up because he was a professional making fun of Amir yelling. He's making fun of Amir saying, stop yelling at me. It was funny because it's like, Amir, really? Like, it was that serious. Y'all know y'all can't. Amir can't handle a black woman tussling with him. He gonna handle Natalie, okay? So anywho, they were like, why are we rehashing this? This was already put to rest. Like, we don't really need to go there again. Bria again explains, like, this was Natalie, this was not me. Like, what you talking about? Like, please stop. So anyway, everybody's like, oh, they just tired of all the arguments and everything. So then I believe the next morning, Nick, Alex, Amir, and Shanice go bike riding, right? And Nick carried his bike because he said the wheels are too thin to put on the gravel. So anyway, they get to the bike riding place and they start skipping rocks, and Amir says, well, Alex says something about the men, getting into it with the women. He don't want to see that. He was on his grand rising thing again. And so Amir was like, I understand that, but like, it's like a double-edged sword because we're supposed to just let them yell at us. Like, we got to defend ourselves. He said, like, respect, gets respect, basically. So Grand Rising was like, I totally agree with that. However, like, if she is escalating like that, then you need to, like, de-escalate. And I agree with Grand Rising. As a man, you should not be escalating the situation. You should be de-escalating the situation. I'm not saying a man can't have a discussion with a woman and it get heated. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that the man should not be causing any escalation. He should be diffusing the situation. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments stuff. So anyway, Shanice is like, so basically I was telling me, you're like, when she escalates, you need to disengage, basically. And Shanice kind of co-signed that. And so Amir was saying how he didn't like how all the ladies were saying one thing about Natalie. He kind of touched on the situation again. In this moment, I really wish Shanice would have spoke up and defended the lady, since she was one of those ladies, but she did not, unless they edited it out. They was like got some bugs fighting or something. Anyway, then I believe it was like the next day or something. Yeah, the next day. Sorry, y'all. Phone flashing. So it was like the next day or so, or that night. Jasmine was planning like this. Basically, they're going home dinner on the beach, her and Preston. And she says it's going to be time for them to reflect. And it's a lot that happened, and how they end the summer is going to set the tone for next year. So it's got to be right. So, everybody put on their white or whatever, Sunday best, whatever. They go down to the beach. It looked good. The food they had on the beach. I want to do a dinner on the beach. Like, that looks so cute. So anywho, they go to dinner on the beach. And so they did this game where they had to impersonate each other. Amir impersonated Shanice. That was funny. Alex impersonated Preston. I think Bria impersonated Jordan. Noelle, I think they set Noelle up because she got Alex and she had to go first, and she impersonated Alex and she was like, I'm vegan, I'm too cool, bro. It was funny. And then Preston impersonated Noelle. So then Nick said, let's reflect. Anything we want to say? Amir apologized to Bria for getting loud with her and escalating and all that. Bria apologized as well. Jordan says she don't want to give no apologies. She's reflected on the things she said wrong, and now she just, instead of apologizing, she just want to do better, basically. And so then I think Nick said, let's work on being better people and all that. And then they kind of all was laughing at Alex, like, we don't want to be better. Y'all need to do better. Then we also see everybody like, calling it a night. They start packing the next day. Jasmine said, she had a lot of fires to put out this summer when she came in, and because the way things were left with her and Silas from last summer. And, she feels like she handled it well. I do feel like Jasmine, was definitely more likable than she was last summer. But I don't like hold her to the fire for last summer, because I'd get the position she was in and she just didn't know how to handle it. It was her first year being married. She was a kept woman by Silas. She's trying to figure out, okay, how am I this new married woman, but my friends knew me as this way, my husband knows me this way. Like, I think she was doing too much, trying to put people together as couples. She was doing too much, but I definitely feel like she redeemed herself this summer for sure. And she tried to, not be on that same energy. So we good. I like Jasmine. I like her. And she definitely, to me, in my opinion, is definitely the anchor of the show. She's the one that brings everyone together for sure. So, then she's in confessional saying that she's gonna have this baby and Silas is thousands of miles away and she's all alone. So the whole cast came into the confessional and they're like, we're still working on it. So Jasmine said, we still figuring this stuff out. And they're like, we got a baby coming. So I liked that moment. It's the scene you see behind me. It was giving very much like a 90s feel to it also. I don't know what it was about it, but I really liked that scene. It was also giving very much the real world. So, they all came behind Jasmine and supported her in that moment. That was good to see, because I think that's what she was wanting this whole time, really. So yeah, we see everybody leave the vineyard. Everybody going home. Summer break is over, even though it's about to get started for us. And they put on the screen 6 months later. We see Jasmine in the hospital. She had the baby. So cute. And then Silas got to come see the baby as well. And when he came in and she was like screaming and crying, I was like, oh my God, like I was about to cry. And then we see Silas holding the baby. And so yeah, that was the end, girl, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought of the episode. So we'll be back for the reunion. I'm officially caught up with all my videos. So if you watched the Never Ever Mets, that video is uploaded. So go watch that review after you finish this one. As well as the review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'll try to post in the community tab tonight so y'all know all the videos are uploaded and I'm officially caught up. Okay. Feel like it took forever this week. But anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. And I will talk to y'all again very soon. Bye.